Back to weather now. Cheetah, rain, it's really not going to be much of an issue at all this weekend.
No, it's really not. We need the rain, though. But it's good that we're not talking about rain on the 4th of July. It is. Okay, so I'll support it. All right, temperatures right now, check it out. We are feeling in the upper 90s to low 100s. It is pretty brutal out there. It's going to stay that way for your Sunday and for your Monday, so make sure you're staying hydrated for the Sunday. And as you get into the 4th of July, I was hoping for a little bit more rain than what we actually picked up today. But if you were lucky enough in Sugar Land, did you pick 0.05 of an inch up? Notice at the big airport coming in at 0. So again, we do need more rain than this. Our drought conditions this week, especially south of I-10, still at extreme conditions. I was hoping that this past week with a little rain that we picked up a couple days in a row that it would have helped a little bit. But notice on the north side, we didn't pick much up. So now we're still at moderate conditions, and that actually did expand. And so did some of our burn bans as well. So even across the state of Texas, we've actually seen more burn bans issued. Over the next 7 days, it's going to be pretty dry and really hot. We work back into the mid to upper 90s, which puts us above average, even where we should be for this time of the year, which is 93. So I'm forecasting a high of 95 tomorrow. Notice we get into 98 next week. A few neighborhoods easily could touch that triple-digit mark. The reason why, we've got that big heat ridge building back in, and as long as that area of high pressure is pretty much dominating over the area, that's why temperatures are going to be above average and closing in on those triple digits. And millions of people are also going to be dealing with this. Again, notice that big arc with the big ridge of high pressure building back in. Okay, let's talk tropics. Boy, it got a little interesting last week, didn't it? Well, we've really started to quiet things down. So Colin along the East Coast already made landfall, which it developed actually on land. So that was really interesting. Now only about a 10% chance for this wave to develop. So still really low even over the next 2 to 5 days. Bonnie is switching basins on us. So that was in the Atlantic basin. Now this is moving into the Pacific basin, still expected to stay a tropical storm, may strengthen as it rides right along the Mexico border there back to a Category 1 hurricane, but otherwise not expected to impact the U.S. at this point and going to even stay south of Mexico. So that's what's going to allow for the further development there. Still very interesting that now Bonnie is going to switch off to the Pacific basin. For tomorrow, for your Sunday, you're going to wake up in the 70s, quickly turning to the 80s. I think feels like temperatures already tomorrow morning will be running about 5 to 7 degrees warmer than the actual air temperature. By lunchtime, you'll be up to 90, and then notice tomorrow afternoon, mid 90s. So anything that you have planned for your Sunday, again, make sure you have that sunscreen on, make sure you're staying hydrated. We're going to build right back into the heat. We got a little bit of a break with the past 2 or 3 days with all the cloud cover and some of the rain that was in place, but not so much anymore. So now we're going to get back into a big stretch of these hot, dry conditions. About a 20% chance of maybe an isolated shower tomorrow. About the same for your 4th of July. I do think it's going to be fairly few and far between. The accumulation will be really low. So starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's when we'll tack on about a degree every single day. And yeah, Xavier, we're building closer to that triple digit mark. So the little relief that we did have this past week, it's on out of here.